I'll hype you up real quick too, Barbara. Your Animal Crossing island is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I was like, this is great. I'm going to live here.
Immediately after this session, you will have the opportunity to talk to them directly through our private chat options, as well as shop our selection of personalized autographs, all of which are available now at GalaxyCon.com. So without further ado, let's bring them out. Our first guest is an actor whose roles include Red vs. Blue and does several voices for the DC Universe Online, including Shazam, Riddler, and John Constantine. Today he joins us to discuss the role of the previous incarnation of Ozma, Headmaster and Professor Ozpin. For the first time on the GalaxyCon virtual stage, please welcome Shannon McCormick.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, how you doing today, boss?
I'm doing good.
Cool. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Cool. How's everything in your corner of the world?
My corner of the world is, it's 2020.
Absolutely. Well, like anybody doing okay like that? Okay is the new awesome. That's what I.
Yeah, okay is the new awesome. That's right.
Our next actor, he is an actor, ADR director, scriptwriter. His body of work includes Full Metal Alchemist, Black Clover, and My Hero Academia. Today, he joins us to discuss the role of the current incarnation of Ozma, Oscar Pine, also for the first time on the GalaxyCon virtual stage. Please welcome Arryn Dismuke.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Glad to hear you.
Yeah.
And those of you who don't know, Arryn had a little technical issues, but we got it solved just in time. Good to have you here, boss, of the GalaxyCon virtual stage.
Good to be here.
Absolutely. So, how are things in your corner of the world?
Oh, they're good. I got a garden going. I caught some millipedes, and I've made a little terrarium for them. That's sort of what's up lately. Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people have been picking up gardening. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
Self-sufficiency.
But what about the millipedes? You didn't say there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, they're a part of the ecosystem. I'm sure they fulfill some role, and it is not my place or purview or within my realm of knowledge to criticize or demonize or extol them.
I'll take it.
I'll take it too. I'll also take our next actress, who is an award-winning voiceover artist whose body of work includes Dragon Ball Super, My Hero Academia, and Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Today she joins us to talk about the role of Winter Schnee. Please welcome back Elizabeth Maxwell.
What's up, guys? Just trying to entertain myself in my studio all alone.
Elizabeth, how are you doing, my dear?
I'm so happy to be back and to see you, Patty.
Oh, it's always good to see you. Everything well in your part of the world?
You know, I start every day by listing 5 things I'm grateful for, and then I just try and focus on those things all day. So, you know.
that's a pretty good day-to-day philosophy for these interesting times.
Sometimes it works better than others, but
I believe it. And if we can all list 5 again, doing okay is the new awesome.
And it's so good to see you, Shannon and Arryn. It's been forever.
I know. We even live in the same town, and I never see anybody.
Well, ain't that the story of our lives?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, no, going outside? Oh, no.
I hope not seeing me is not one of the 5 things that you're grateful for.
Say that again?
I said, I hope not seeing me is not one of the 5 things that you're grateful for on the daily.
No, Shannon, you are number 3 on my list for today.
Oh, okay. Good. Nice.
I will not ask you who is the rest of that list. But now, let's go to the talent behind our title characters. She is the voice of Ruby+Rose. Please welcome back Lindsay Jones.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
We're good, Lindsay. How you been?
Good. As we said, good is the new awesome. So I am doing good.
Right.
It's awesome to see everyone else again. Yeah, I've missed everybody. Hello, Shannon, Arryn. Nice to do this with you. Is this our first GalaxyCon together thing? Yeah, nice. Totally. Yeah, welcome to the crew. Elizabeth, as always, you're very motivational. I feel like my heart is warmed by hearing that. I'm going to write down my 5 things right now.
Yay!
Right. Let's all do a project. Okay, tell you what, maybe at the end, if we have time, we can all read off our 5 things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to do that. All right. Our next guest, she is the voice of Weiss.
Maybe just one.
All right, one. All right, one. We'll each read one. You don't have to say if it's first or fifth, just one. How's that? Deal.
Okay.
She's the voice of Weiss. Please welcome back Kara Eberle.
Woo!
I'm still up. I have another companion this time.
Yes, and
She's
how are
number one on my list.
That's the chunkest.
and how are the two of you doing?
Very, very well. Well, okay, since okay is the new awesome, as you say.
All right. Absolutely. Next guest, she is the voice of Blake Belladonna. Please welcome back Arryn Zech.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am well indeed, and always a pleasure to see you. And finally, she is the voice of Yang Xiaolong. Please welcome back Barbara Dunkelman.
Hey! Hello!
Hey.
I forgot I was muted that whole time, so I was like clapping along and like cheering for you guys and laughing at your jokes. I'm like, oh.
I knew I was muted, Barbara, but I was trying to type it up. So I was just like,
She's flipping the bird.
I was like, Philippines!
Everyone, welcome for joining us for the first time, and welcome back to the GalaxyCon virtual stage. As always, we miss the days when the world was back to normal, and we hope it gets back to normal again, where we can host you on our physical stages and get you back in front of your fans. In the meantime, we have this virtual forum. We are so glad to have you here. Our fans are in the chat room right now asking the questions. Our team is pulling them out. In the meantime, though, someone in this room is celebrating a birthday.
Stop it.
To those who may not know our chat room, it is Arryn Zech's birthday. Let's all wish her a wonderful happy birthday and many happy returns of
Happy birthday!
Yay. Oh.
Thanks, y'all.
She's old! She's old! One of us! One of us!
I was going to say you're as young as you feel, but it's 2020, so never mind. All right, happy birthday.
So for our 5 things, we have 2 things on the list. One we choose, and the second thing, of course, is that we're all here for Arryn to celebrate Arryn's birthday.
Yeah.
Yay. So I will ask Jude, our producer, if we have any questions from our audience. Let's go ahead and roll our first one. And this comes from Mary, who would like to know, what video game would your character be into?
Ooh.
That's a hard
We're all
one.
just waiting for
Okay.
someone to talk.
I think we are.
I'll go first. Ozpin is totally an Animal Crossing guy.
Oh, nice.
And he would just be very zen, very chill, just like, garden cultivation kind of stuff, like real chill kind of thing. That's my answer.
Yeah, I was going to say that pre-Ozma incarnation, Oscar would have been into like Dark Souls and like difficult, like fighty adventure games. But now that he's actually seen that life, I think he's right there with Ozpin and like, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing.
Ninja Gaiden to Stardew. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think that Winter would totally be into dating sims. It was actually in another panel that I decided that Winter is like actually a marshmallow, like a super hopeless romantic, like at heart, secretly, and she reads romance novels and plays dating sims.
I love that.
That sounds right.
That's so cute.
So next, who's got another?
I don't know.
I feel like Weiss probably wouldn't play that many video games, and I don't know that many, but I do think that if she knew that she had if Grim Eclipse was in RWBY and she knew that she had her own video game, I think she'd be really narcissistic and playing it all the time. So probably that.
I like that you, Kara, have played Pokemon Go now, and I feel like that's a very Schnee-like game. Like anything with transactions or in-game purchases,
True.
she's like, got it. Like I own everything because I can buy it all. So she's like totally
Spinning
equipped.
those Pokestops, getting those gifts.
Maybe Persona 5, something like story driven and lots of reading for Blake. I don't know. Maybe
That's legit.
that's all I got.
I feel like Blake would like, what's that game? Bayonetta? Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That reminds me of Blake.
Fighting with hair. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, canonically, Ruby and Yang play video games. Like they play fighting games with Uncle Crow and friends. So
Yeah. I was thinking for Yang, I think the obvious answer would be Smash Bros.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, she just wants to essentially live vicariously through all those characters and just do a bunch of Smash.
I'm going to punch a lot of stuff as different people.
because Ruby's more weapon oriented, she'll be more Soul Calibur. But yeah.
Yeah.
I could also see Ruby being into like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
For sure.
The power of friendship and the
Little
Keyblade.
bit.
Oh, boy.
It's driving me nuts. Hi, yes.
Nice. Mary, thank you. That was a great one to start us off with. And what do we have next from Bella? If your characters played Among Us, a murder mystery game in space, who do you think would be the imposter or make a good imposter?
I feel like Blake would be a really good imposter.
Same wavelength.
Yes.
Yep.
But also maybe Oscar?
Well, Oscar would be terrible at it, but if he let Ozpin take over,
yeah.
it's pointing the wrong. It's all reversed.
Ozpin is like the original Among Us imposter, right?
Yeah.
Like he's
Exactly.
and like nobody ever suspects him. And then when he's not the imposter, like anyway, you know, like Ozpin's
Everyone will turn to him for like, well, what do you think?
I
You have so much
advise
experience.
everybody to throw everyone else out the airlock. So
Oh my God.
I'm the imposter.
I trusted you.
I know, right? And then when it's like, oh, it's him, like I somehow vanish. I'm not in the game anymore.
I think we can all agree Ruby would probably be the worst imposter because she's too
absolutely.
honest. She'd be like,
I'm like that when I play in real life. I'm like, no, guys, I would never kill you. And like, it's Lindsay.
I feel like Ruby would get so excited about being the imposter that she would just give it away.
I was about to say the same thing. She'd be so excited.
I
to
have
just mess it up.
purpose. Yeah.
This little bit of hair is driving me insane, and I'm just being a weirdo, constantly trying to fix it.
It's your birthday. You do you.
yeah, you have a
You're allowed to do
pass for
whatever the hell
anything.
you want.
Do you see
You know,
that?
and there's a
Absolutely.
solution for that.
Cut it off.
Bella,
Took me a
thank you. That was a great one. What do we have next? And from Myah, what is your game console of choice and favorite video game?
Ours as ourselves?
Yeah.
I'll
My
start.
phone and
difficult
Pokemon
because
Go.
Lindsay
Sorry.
doesn't know anything about it.
There you go.
Okay. I've been like ever since quarantine started, I've been doing a lot of PC gaming, which I never did before. I was like strictly Xbox before this. And I've been finding actually a lot of really fun games to play on PC. And I think it might be now my, I guess, console of choice, even though it's not a console. I guess if we're only going consoles, I would pick Xbox.
I'll hype you
and
up real
that
quick
would
too,
be-
Barbara. Your Animal Crossing island is amazing.
Oh,
I
thank
visited
you.
and I was like, this is great. I'm gonna live here.
Man, I haven't touched that game, I think, in like 2 months. Like I just one day stopped playing and just never
Yeah, me neither.
back.
Next question.
I've been playing a lot of Fortnite on PlayStation 4. I play almost every single night.
Hell yeah.
I'm a 12-year-old boy.
Is there you on headset? Because you could rule everyone. And be like, listen up. This is Blake from Ruby. I'm here.
No, there's a group of people that I play with, and we play squads every night and just dick around.
Nice.
We're not very good at building, but we'll get there.
Right on.
I tried Fortnite out and like I played for like an hour and a half and I never lived for more than like 3 minutes. It was just like somebody bopping me from a random direction again and again. And I was just like, I guess I just don't have it. Whatever it is, you need to survive in that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. I play on PC, and Undertale is probably my favorite game I've played in the last few years. Yeah, that story is really, really sweet.
Check that out.
It is.
My favorite game console, not to like be one of those when I was your age, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, my favorite game console of all time is the Super Nintendo, just because, you know, that was like the pinnacle of my game playing years. And I still think some of the best RPGs that were ever made were made for the Super Nintendo. And going along with that, my favorite video game is Chrono Trigger, but that's not what I'm playing right now. So
Great choice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I grew up Nintendo, so I do still like have a special place in my heart for Nintendo consoles as a whole. So like, I don't know. It was really weird for me to see the Switch, and I'm still baffled by it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm playing a Nintendo game as I move around and it's not a Game Boy? What? Now I can put it on my TV? What? Like, I don't know. That's pretty cool
Oh,
for me.
Game Boys. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Bringing it
So
back.
it hasn't come out yet, but I'm excited for Breath of the Wild Part 2. Very stoked for that. And then just like a lot of the new like Mario releases have been very nostalgic for me. So playing Mario Sunshine 64. Yeah.
Good choice.
I have an Xbox. I play most of the games that I play on the Xbox. I'm a sucker for all Star Wars games, so I really like the what was the Jedi one, the recent one with the
Battlefront.
What?
Battlefront?
No, not
Battlefront
Battlefront.
2.
There was a
Fallen Republic.
No, it's Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. That's a super fun game. But the game that I'm playing most right now, I'm playing on my PC. I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena, which is a great adaptation of Magic.
What a nerd.
Show us your deck. Show us your deck.
I thought you said something else, Lindsay.
All about that.
That's a nerd joke.
Hey, come on, man. I'm all about new Zendikar on that deck. Lots of landfall, lots of mana ramp. Anyway, there we go.
Dude,
I think I answered like really quickly first off, but yeah, if you want to count, well, I have an Xbox One, and I like that a lot. But I play Pokemon Go, as Lindsay mentioned, on my phone like all the time. Still, I'm a very, very late adopter to Pokemon. Lindsay got me started last September, very, very late, like 2019. So
I was gonna say, I think you might be the only person playing that game.
I think I am, but you know what? It's still fun for me.
So cute.
Myah, thank you. Great question. Come back and see us next time we do Achievement Hunter. And this one, Person Anonymous, do you have any tricks to get into your character's headspace?
I think your dog has some ideas.
Very fun to see his face. Yeah.
Today, I don't know what's going on. She's just so soft today.
Oh.
I'm all about it.
Giving you birthday love.
Rub all up on her. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's like second nature. I feel for me at least. Like it doesn't really take a whole thought process. You just kind of slip into it. But I'd imagine it's different for every character because we've been doing this one for, I don't know, 7 years. Just kind of slips right in there like your favorite shoes.
Yep.
That's, I mean, I could go with another analogy, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it depends on, I think, like, what emotional state your character is in, for me at least. Like, normal happy yang, I just pop in the booth and it's, like, good to go. But if it's, like, a really intense scene or really emotional scene, it does take a little bit more work to kind of build up into that for me. Even if, since we have been doing these characters now for 7 volumes, 8, I guess, technically, since... we've recorded all of 8. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of getting into the emotional headspace for me, not necessarily the character, just because it is my own voice. So yeah, just reading the scripts through, and I think it's also talking it through with the directors helps. Carrie is an incredible director, and he really helps, I think, all of us get into that moment really well.
Right. So. Definitely. I'd say, about this, same as Barbara, and Arryn had said, and especially to Barbara, your point of like, reading scripts over and talking with the directors too, and really kind of understanding like that you're on the same page as an actor as what the scene, calls for. So
fair.
Not much more to add other than what those two said, Lindsay.
I also have found over the years that for me as an actor that my body, like my physical body, is very linked to like my headspace. And that a lot of times if I want to kind of short circuit myself into a certain emotion, I can do that by like placing my body in certain positions, whether that's kind of like, slumped over or I mean, obviously you have to be careful because you still have to maintain like good mic position because it is voiceover. But there's a big difference like between how kind of standing hunched with my, kind of in on myself versus like, standing up straight with shoulders back. Like it can really make a big difference in how I feel. So I find that helpful.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Anyone else?
I tend to when I need to get into the Ozpin headspace, I need to usually get buried under like a building's worth of rubble and then possess a 14-year-old boy. So,
right.
All right.
It can be hard sometimes to find a building that is about to collapse.
Shannon's a method actor. Yeah, he really commits.
Total method.
People criticize method acting, but
just voice acting things, maybe.
I feel like it sounds like way too analytical, but it just helps my brain kind of like filter it out. But I break it down to like 3 areas. Elizabeth is right. There's physicality. So for Ruby, I take off my shoes because she's still like younger and kind of innocent. And that makes me like, I don't know, it makes me feel more like at ease, I guess. Takes off those like social limitations we give ourselves. I still wear socks. I'm not an animal. But
thank you.
Of course. Please.
I think that's the first time you ever clarified that, just for the record.
No, I don't have to now. I'm like, okay, listen.
But not crazy.
Part 2 is a catchphrase. I mean, a lot of actors have that. It's like, what's the thing your character says a lot that can get you into the voice quickly. So I can't do it now because I have allergies. I'm sorry. But super nasally Ruby is like, hi, I'm Ruby. Okay, hi, I'm Ruby. And then repeat that. Okay, cool. And then for headspace, it's usually like a character's theme song is a good way to think about it. Like going to recording, I'll listen to songs that make me think of what the character's experiencing right now. So for Ruby, that's like Red Like Roses Part 2 or like usually sad pop emo songs. But, yeah. So some My Chemical Romance,
Where are you?
Oh my God.
Yep. A lot of that.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. My Chemical Romance.
No, it's so true. That's me in the car. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Arryn, you do anything getting into any of your characters? Any mental work? The other one, yes.
Boy,
the gentleman.
With Oscar, it doesn't take much because he's just kind of awkward and a higher pitched. He's just my voice, but higher pitched and feel awkward, which the situation usually is awkward enough to where I can just do that. When Ozpin is speaking through me, I think I like gesture more. Maybe I'll like stick my pinky out and try to be fancy. And then also I remember Carrie telling me that Ozpin is like a person who's dominated by guilt above all other things. He was like, this man is just haunted. And so I actually think that thought just comes kind of unbidden to my mind anytime I'm about to channel him, regardless of what he talks about.
Fair.
I should have eaten that pie.
I was going to also mention Elizabeth. It's funny. A few seasons ago, they needed someone to do mocap for Winter in a few scenes, and I was available. Mm-hmm. And I remember how sore my back was from keeping my posture up so high for like the 1 hour I was doing mocap. And I was like, I wonder if Elizabeth does like the whole posture thing when she's doing the voice too, because she's very like proper. And,
I don't know about y'all. Like maybe I'm a sweaty kid, but like there are some times when you leave the booth, you're like, I got to work out. Like this was such a physical and like intense exercise here. Like, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Shannon's under rocks. He must get really warm.
Right.
Yeah.
Very much. Ozpin is that, not so much with Ozpin, but some of the other characters I play are definitely like a physical workout.
Yeah. A lot of video game voiceover. You feel that in your core.
A great example of that, I guess if the audience wants to see, is there's a video on Twitter of Hugh Jackman doing ADR from one of the Wolverine movies and just like, again, going full out and getting that performance. Sure, he did the performance, but that's what we're doing in the booth as voice actors, trying to like do a fight scene. It's like, go. We're like, all right, cool.
Efforts are always anonymous. Thank you for the question.
Effort.
Yes. Well, so Hollis, if you were your characters for a day, what's the first thing you would do?
Touch my ears.
Nice.
Which ones?
That would be such a strange sensation to have ears twice.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, it would be such a strange sensation to have ears twice, bro.
This is a meme. I love it.
I feel like I would just flex in the mirror all day, and like I don't know, I would just be marveling at my own physique the whole time if I were Yang for a day.
Super into yourself.
And ride a motorcycle, because there's no way in hell me, Barbara, is ever doing that.
I'd play with my really long hair. I would love that. Weiss's hair. I do love. I braid it.
Oh yeah.
And then
you could go with this for your braid.
I know. It's
Like the tangle braid. Yeah.
Yeah. Or and on top of that, if her credit card worked, I'd go shopping.
That's the second time you said that you would make Weiss go shopping with you.
Oh, absolutely.
We're all thinking it.
Who wouldn't? Yeah.
Maybe Blake should scoot you up to Weiss a little bit more than she has been. Get some new clothes. Buy herself a jacket.
Maybe we could pierce her ears.
Which ones?
Like her mom. Her mom's got the coolest ears.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I'm just loving this fanfic of Weiss and Blake at Claire's together. Great.
And Claire's just getting her ears pierced for the first time with one of those guns.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Don't get your ears pierced with a gun, kids. Don't do it.
Nope. No bueno. I feel like if I were Ruby, though, nothing would change because she moves really fast. And I'd be like, awesome. I can move quickly. I'll finally be on time for stuff. And then I'll still get distracted and be late. So, yeah.
Would you be more of a friend to your kids than a mom if you're Ruby? Or would you be let's play, guys.
Yeah, that's the switch over now is I'm able to go into mom mode and be okay, this has to get done. We got to take care of stuff, please. Or if I need to comfort my kids, I feel like Ruby would just panic and go, oh my God, the house is on fire. Ah.
I feel like I would summon 10 animal grim and have a tea party. Because I miss people.
I did not think that's where that was going. I thought you were going to take off for battle somewhere, and you're tea party.
I just want to hang out. I just want to pet some things.
That's cute.
Sip some tea.
Sad but cute.
When we get out of this past tea party, it's official. All right.
How about it, boys? What would you do if your characters?
I'd panic. I'm ill-equipped for survival in the world of Remnant. I gotta tell you. And Oscar's vaguely magic, I guess, but I don't have anything amazing to start playing with. Aside, oh gosh, would Ozpin be in my head? Oh no.
That could make things easier.
You go crazy.
I'd start thinking about my bowel movements because anytime I think about having my mind read, I think something awful that I would hate for someone else to know.
I feel like you and Lindsay are right right now.
I mean, for me, I think, obviously, logically, logistically, the first thing that I would do would be to climb out from under the rubble. I can't do much of anything else. So if that's the first thing I would do, would be that. Then I might go have fun. But I gotta get out.
To deal with the situations. All right, Hollis, thank you. Great question. What do we have next? From Person Unknown, what other literature character would you like to see be an illusion in RWBY?
Have we? Never mind.
Oh, I see.
didn't end up being a thing, so I think it's fine to talk about. And I don't think it's going to be a thing, so it's fine. But a while ago, when Ruby was first starting, they were taking like ideas for different characters and like, yeah, if you'd like to throw stuff out there, feel free. So I thought it'd be cool to have a Rapunzel character who cut off her own hair mid-battle, and then the hair would become sentient and attack based on her like commands. Like she's kind of beast wielding. Yeah, and then they could return to her, and then she'd just like go about her day. But yeah.
You
That's cool.
Thought into that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
I watch a lot of anime.
Who can beat that?
To keep with the kind of fairy tale thing, I mean, I'll say this just because I love this fairy tale. I think like a Rumpelstiltskin kind of character would be amazing.
Oh
like
yeah.
A little dwarf dude whose name you had to guess, and then when he gets mad, he tears himself literally in half.
Intense.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember? I don't know what fairy tale she's from, or maybe it's not even a fairy tale. Maybe it's like Greek or something. But there was like the three fates, like the old women. And didn't they like share an eye between them?
Is an eye and a tooth in mythology?
That's in that's the way they do it in Clash of the Titans.
Okay.
The movie. I don't know if it's always that way in the stories, but that's how they adapted it in the Clash of the Titans movie.
There did it in Hercules.
Yeah.
Like
I was thinking of the three fates in Hercules where they're just
Yeah,
like, something's wrong with these scissors.
So I don't know. I think I'd be really interested to see how they would like adapt that into the RWBY universe. I think that'd be cool.
One spins the cloth of life, the second one determines its length, and the third cuts it off.
And all three of them are voiced by Sam Ireland. It's amazing.
Please, yes.
I
love her.
Whoa!
I was gonna go with something like
He'll be back.
I was gonna go with something stupid like I want to see Tinkerbell, but
that's not stupid. That's great.
But now you've brought up this whole like maybe we can do like Narcissus, or we could I don't. The Greek mythology is like the sky's the limit now.
I mean, we have Thor with Norse.
Medusa.
We literally hit Norse mythology already, right?
Could we have a Medusa?
Ooh,
we do now, son. Okay,
that would be cool.
That'd work. That would work.
I'm tempted to say something like Mark Twain, just to throw something completely like out of left field out there.
We do have historical figures too. That's not like crazy, but yeah, okay.
Like just like someone that would just
bring in Beethoven.
Oh, there you go. Beethoven with Beethoven and Zwei get along very well.
They would.
Yeah. I still stand by Mark Twain. I think that would just be a fun little juxtaposition.
Now, Mark Twain as Mark Twain, or a RWBY Revenant Universe version of Mark Twain?
Oh no, I'm talking straight up Mark Twain in the RWBY universe, like a Huckleberry Finn kind of character.
Right. Okay.
It would be
cool.
fun. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Cool.
Nothing crazy. I don't have any amazing imagination. Like,
No.
I wish I did right now.
Mark Twain and his universe is a great choice.
I'd like to do Grendel and like have it be a Grim that's
Grendel.
That's the best one.
Like-
that's like not pleased about being a Grim. Yeah.
I like it.
Is this who I think it is? Grendel? Why am I thinking Grindelwald? Who's Grindelwald?
From Beowulf?
Yeah, Beowulf.
Beowulf, yeah. But who's Grindelwald?
So Grindelwald is Harry Potter, right?
Harry Potter, yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Like the Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, why is this in my brain?
Yeah.
I
actually
Grendel
hadn't
Beowulf.
connected that. Yeah. And there's also there's a book where it's from Grendel's perspective, and that's mostly what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I just like the
They did an animated feature of that with Peter Ustinov in the early 80s called Grendel, which is impossible. It's impossible to find. Once in a blue moon, it pops up. But yeah, I think it's based on that book where it's from Grendel's perspective, and yeah, the misunderstood monster.
Yeah.
I still want to see a Rapunzel character in RWBY. I know it's not. I don't know if an illusion is necessarily how I want to see it, but I just think like a character that has like really long hair that they use as a weapon would be really cool to see. So I really want to do that.
Kara, get it together. Like Weiss, not you, Weiss.
Weiss.
That was aggressive. No, Weiss.
I was like, what did I do? I just called it. I was like, oh no, is that why we're talking about?
No, I just want to see someone use it as like, you know, some type of weapon or whip, or like they could hook someone.
Like a whip?
I'm also
for
just
sure.
looking at the number of people here. I'm thinking about main characters right now who are in like the Ruby journey. Like we have enough to do a Fellowship crossover, right? Like if we did a Lord of the Rings, yeah, like we could do it.
Yeah.
Like a
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Got a whole quest going on. Anonymous, thank you for sending in that question. And a reminder to our audience, if you would like to chat with our panelists like I am now or purchase an autograph, please head over to GalaxyCon.com and we'll roll our next question. From Astra, what character would dress as for Halloween? What would your character dress as for Halloween?
Ooh, that's a cool. Oh, I don't even know what I'm dressing as for Halloween.
Elizabeth, do you think Winter would go like, I don't know, stereotypically girly? Like maybe, I don't know.
Oh, our characters. I was gonna.
The Labyrinth, Jennifer Connelly, what's her character's name? But the dress that she has in the ballroom scene.
Oh
That's
my
like Winter for me.
God.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Sarah is her name.
There we go. Sarah.
And oh, that would be amazing. Done.
I feel like Weiss would do
I take your answer.
Marie
Lindsay.
Antoinette.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that would
That's
be
a good one.
awesome.
I think
Very
Yang would
good.
do Lara Croft because it's not really much of a departure from her current.
It's just like you just alter your outfit a little bit.
The hair.
Just gotta wear a wig or do something to make her hair brown.
I don't feel like Blake would really get into the Halloween spirit. She would just put on a cat tail and be like a full cat.
She already got the ears. She's good to
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Like that's just not kind of her vibe. So she would just be like, "This counts. I'm dressing up." You know.
Yeah. I'm doing it. See.
I'm in the spirit.
Sorry, I like Mean Girls too much.
What would Ruby do?
Yeah, I'm a mess.
I was trying to think of that. I mean, we have the whole Chibi episode where Ruby does get a costume as a trash can for Halloween because she's being a little butt. So I guess she's trash for Halloween forever. You know?
She's trash.
I broke it.
Shannon, what would your character dress as for Halloween?
Oh man, I'm like trying to come up with a good answer. He would do something unexpected, like he's gonna go as like Strong Bad from Homestar Runner or something. put on a luchador mask. I have no idea.
I love it. I can see him typing on his little computer right now.
I'm checking my emails.
What year is this?
Boy, Arryn, bring us home.
I think Oscar would panic and do one of those like really lame like pre-bought ones from the Halloween store, like just the screen mask with like a little Reaper scythe.
Or like maybe the poop emoji. You see
Oh.
those outfits?
It's Tico's day of, and it's everything's sold out except the poop emoji. He has to go with something.
What a Halloween!
Like you're literally like
Yeah.
you go to the Halloween store at 5:00 on Halloween on the way to the party. You know
Yeah.
what's left.
It's like a SpongeBob costume with your face in the middle, and
Yeah, that's my answer. SpongeBob.
That's perfect.
There you go. Astra, thank you very much. That was a great question. And what's next? From Gabriel. If Ruby was in the Star Wars universe, what era would it be in, and what roles would your character play?
I don't know what a Star Wars era is. Well-
Any bit of Star Wars is your era. So yeah, don't worry about the era as much as what role do you think your character will play. I guess we'll say like Would it be like the side of the Empire, side of the rebels? Would you just be minding your own business? A bounty hunter?
All I want.
There was an empire.
Yeah.
All I want
By era.
is Yang as Jabba the Hutt. That's all I want. I just want fan art of that.
Oh, Christ.
He's so hungry.
Jabba no bada.
Well, but if Yang's Jabba the Hutt, then you need a little Jabba-esque Princess Leia slave outfit.
I'll do it.
Like,
I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it.
I just have her on a chain.
That is a bit sus though, because she is a minority character. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we should not put her in that.
We'll just slide that reference
cute.
to the side. I just want to see a big old fat Yang, basically.
There we go.
Well, remember that version of Leia is no longer Slave Leia. That version of Leia is now referred to as Jabba Slayer Leia.
Oh, Jabba Slayer, that's right.
She breaks free from her chains.
Does she kill him?
Yeah.
With Shane. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little badass move, yes.
Well, then I don't want to kill Yang.
Yeah, touche.
I'd want to be Padme. I think she's got some really pretty clothes.
She does.
I don't know what exactly if it's I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I do know that if Weiss was in Star Wars, she definitely would have to be a Jedi because she has a lightsaber, which is definitely like her sword, or like right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Is there an era for a Jedi? Are they in all of them?
It's throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like who the elitist Jedi are. I guess you're like part of the Jedi Council. You're like, listen, we're Jedi, but
Would I be like
we're kind of better than you.
Like
so
like a Skywalker, but like a Schnee walker, like a.
Oh, I love it.
there you go.
Walker.
All of our artists in the chat room start working on that. Hashtag.
I want that Yang Jabba. I want that Yang Jabba hardcore.
Oh gosh.
My heart's loyal to the original trilogy, of course, but I feel like Ruby herself belongs very much in the prequels because like there's so much craziness and like everything's bounced around on the screen. I feel like she'd fit in perfectly there. Like, okay, there's tons of weapons and stuff to look at. Cool.
Fair.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm familiar enough with the Star Wars universe to know like who would fit Winter. Like most of the female characters that I can think of were like very rebellious, you know? And not that I'm saying that Winter would not be on the light, you know, the
Wouldn't you be a Schnee walker too? Come on.
Yeah. Well, yes, absolutely.
You were like what they had planned for Hux, and then things happened. Yes. Too nerdy.
I have an answer for you, but it's way too. I will betray what a nerd I am if I tell you who Winter would be.
Tell me who Winter would be.
Winter would be Asajj Ventress, like that kind of character.
I know who that is.
Okay,
I know
okay.
who that is.
Okay, cool.
I don't.
She, yeah.
Got two swords, total badass, a little bit
Angry.
murky.
No idea.
As far as like good, bad,
Yeah,
like,
she definitely has an interesting character arc. But
yeah,
She real angry.
yeah. Ozpin is totally Obi-Wan. Like there's just like no.
Oh, yeah.
And then he gets chopped in half, and then he disappears, and then he talks in the hero's mind. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. It all's coming together.
All coming together.
Oscar would be like a junior officer on a rebel ship, I think. Nobody like super special. But, well, but things would happen and he would be thrust into a mantle of command, perhaps.
Yeah. And by the end of the third movie, he saves the entire universe.
Right.
So,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, remember, Luke was the nerd among his friends down at Tatooine and looked down upon, so the humble beginnings. There you go. Gabriel, thank you. May the force be with you. Next question. From FD, what do you feel is the moment that defined your character that you voiced on RWBY and why?
Whoa.
That's a big old question.
Yeah.
I got it. Hazel is it's the fight with Hazel. Whenever Hazel explains what happened to his sister and why he hates Ozpin, and then Oscar is like, did she know what she was getting into? And he's like, how could she? She was a kid. And like, he's like, well, I'm a kid. And he's like, and I've been really nervous about this, and I don't think I'm really up for it. But then he's like, she made a choice, and I do too. And so he's like, it doesn't matter if I feel like I'm not up for this, I'm gonna go for it anyway. I think that was defining for him.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
That's a great moment.
I feel like Blake had a bit of a build up because she like going home was the first step in the whole process, because I feel like she needed to take care of everything that she had felt that she had ran from. But I feel like the catalyst, or the big moment that really kind of changed everything about her was, I don't remember, maybe at the end of 5 or 6, something like that. They all jumble together. But when her house is burning, which she has done herself, but she's come out and given this whole speech to like rally everybody together, to get everybody back into like a refocusing of what the White Fang was supposed to be, and to become like in a sort of leadership position once again, but to like just take hold of her life and the reality and the situation of everything. I think that was a pretty pivotal moment for her for that strength and stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
Very good.
I've said it before, I believe, and I think it's volume 5, when it's the Schnee fundraiser scene at the Schnee house, and they're having that party, and Weiss tells everyone to shut up, and that, you know, all you care about is money and clothes, and all of those don't mean anything, and basically storms out. And, you know, I just am very proud of her for that moment. She kind of stood up, you know, to her dad and to like her family name of, you know, I'm going to be independent. I'm not going to be, you know, like you guys. So I was very proud of her for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun to be like, everyone shut up, like 20 times. So that was great.
For Yang, I think there's a number of defining moments for her. I don't really know if I could nail it down to one. I think the first one, obviously, I think is when she got her arm sliced off by Adam. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. But like, I think that changed the course of everything for her, and like how she identified and who she was, and just like learning where her strength and power came from. And like everything, obviously, that progressed after that happened, I think really helped define who she is. But also in volume 5, I think that scene with Raven in the vault, where she kind of shows how strong she really is, and how it's okay to be scared. It's more about just standing up and, you know, doing what's right. And I think that was a really powerful moment too for her in the series.
Yeah. Excellent.
Damn these video chats.
Yeah, pass the ball over.
Go, Lindsay.
Thank you. It's weird because with Ruby's journey, I've always felt like she takes a lot of direction and guidance from people around her, understandably, because she's younger. She's coming into an environment where people are more experienced and knowledgeable than her. So she looks to other people for direction. And now in recent volumes, even once have passed already like 7 going into 8, she's kind of having to come more into herself and decide that she needs to take responsibility and control and kind of trust in herself and rely on only herself. So some of the more defining moments that have happened have been like moments of hurt or like feelings of betrayal, kind of like, how could this happen? Or how could you do this to me? Or like, because of that, her want to defend people who do mean a lot to her and like she loves. So long story short, that's a big way of saying one for me, although it's simple, it means a lot, is Leave Her Alone, which is at the end of volume 3. She's holding Penny's weapon, and things happen before that to Penny, which suck. And she's defending Pyrrha, which is one of her best friends. And it's 3 words, but there's like so much emotion behind it. And again, it's like all that like loss, confusion, sadness, the want to protect. So it's just a lot that, like, for me, that's Ruby. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that was long-winded.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, how about you?
I think a really big scene for me, even personally in my understanding of the character, was in the latest volume where Winter and Weiss go to check out the Winter Maiden, and kind of talk about that. And Weiss, asks her, but like, isn't this just, Ironwood kind of controlling your destiny again, by, kind of selecting you and grooming you to do this? And she kind of has that moment where she talks about, like, I know how it can seem that way, but like, I actually chose this. Like, this is what I want. I really do think Winter, like Ruby, has a desire to protect the ones she loves, but she also has a really true, genuine desire for the great, like upholding the greater good. And yeah, I thought that was like a really interesting moment when I saw that Winter can be like more mature than I give her credit for sometimes.
Mm-hmm. See, fair. So, Shannon, bring us home.
Yeah, so I think it's probably towards the end of Volume 3 when Ozpin and crew are taking Pyrrha down to become the Fall Maiden. And it kind of just encapsulates the whole thing of Ozpin's deal of like, well, I've got this knowledge, but I'm not going to share it with you. And trust me, this is going to work out, but I'm not going to tell you all of the details of why you need to do it. And then, oops, it didn't work, and now I'm dead. And like, I feel like this is a cycle that the Ozma has been through many, many times, and yet still can't kind of like get over that thing. So I think that moment is kind of always like playing in all the subsequent volumes when he's, even though he's not on camera, he's still like trying to do stuff, and that's kind of his deal. So I think that scene with Pyrrha down in the vault is like the most salient for his character.